Hi, welcome to another Bubble tutorial. Working with API, it's fairly straightforward. And with API, you can really empower your app. You can really make more sense out of your app and build very complex apps, especially if you're looking forward to building Web 3.0 applications, or you're looking forward to building something that is powered by a standard data source. This data could be from your Airtable database, it could be from a Google Sheet, it could be from anywhere on the internet, but really, on your app, you want to be sending and receiving data. So let me show you what we're going to be building in this lecture. So this is an app that is collecting data from CoinMarket cap. So what's doing is that it's showing all the listing. So every 1 hour it does update. It does update every 1 hour and it shows the current price of cryptocurrency. So for example, this is the current price of Bitcoin, this is the current price of Ethereum, this is the current price of USD Theta, and there's a coin that has fallen badly. I think it should be here, Tara. Very terrible coin, I must say. I'm not sure if that coin is here, but you can see the percentage decrease or increase in price where it says it's less than zero. It has a red color showing negative, and then here it has a green color showing positive because it's greater than zero. And here we have a search. We have a search bar. All you have to do is to type the name of the coin, and it will. You just type the name of the coin, and it will show you. It will show you details about the coin, especially if the list is very long, to show you the name of the coin. So let's get started building this. First, you have to go to CoinMarket cap. Go to coinmarketcap.com. Let's just go down there. I'll copy it and put it right here. Open another tab and just drop it down here. So what you scroll down to the end. Now scroll down to the end. Scroll down to the end and click on Crypto API. So some of CoinMarketCap APIs are free, some are paid. So you go ahead and log in and register. There is no serious process here. Just go ahead, click register and say get your API key. And when you do so, you can come back to CoinMarketCap. Where is it? Okay, yeah, come back to CoinMarketCap. You should go to your user dashboard. Let's look for it. Okay, let's just click on login right here. Click on login, get API key. No, this is going through another sign up. So let's just click on login right there. Okay, here, this is what you copy. This is your API key. You just copy this, and once you copy it, that's the first thing you need, because we're going to be getting the listing, and without the API key, we can't really get it. We can't really display it on Bubble. So we'll go straight to our Bubble application. If you don't have a Bubble account, feel free to create one. We'll go straight to our Bubble application. Let's just add a new page. Let's just call it Coin Listing and say create. Say create, and here we have a page. This page is not responsive. If you want it to be responsive, it's fine, but we can do this with the old Bubble engine if we want to. We'll just go ahead and set it at 960 to 600. Give it a bit of a color. Just give it a bit of color. Reduce it to like maybe 10%. So this is the color, and we'll just go ahead and add a repeating group, because this is where we're going to be adding our APIs. This is where we're going to be adding details, details that we're getting from CoinMarketCap. Don't worry about any other thing. We'll put a repeating group here, and we'll add another group. Just go ahead and add another group. This is where we're going to add our search bar and our text, like so. We're not going to get so much into the whole styling stuff today. This is where we're going to add our search bar. So now we're good. Let's go to plugins. So go to the plugin, because this is where you're going to be making all the connection. If If you don't, you need the Bubble API collector for you to be able to use the plugin. Then go to Add Plugin and search for API connector. This is what you need. API connector, click on install. I've installed it already. Click on install and say okay. Click on install, and that's all you need to do. Say done. Yeah. And now when you get here, you'll see this as part of your API. So this is our API. This is what we're going to be using. And then what you want to add is another API. So just add another API. I've created one before called CoinMarket, but it's fine. Add another API, and right here you call it CoinMarket. Call it anything you want to call it. I'll just say CoinMarket 2. So these are CoinMarket API 2. Here authentication is okay. Leave it like so. None or self-handled. That's fine. And here you say add a shared header. Add a shared header. This is where you're going to put in your APIs, your API key. The value here will be your API key, and here will be our API header. So the API key we copied from right here. The one we copied from, let's cancel this. The one we copied from, where did we copy it from? CoinMarket. Yeah, the one we copied earlier. We'll go ahead and paste it in here. Don't worry about the header. I'll show you what to paste in the header. The value pasted as the value, not as the key. So let's go ahead and look for a key. So just think of it as the key to your house. So you need a key to access the data. So the key, you need a key to access the data which you put there, but you need a header. So every API key has a header parameter. So let's go find it. So it says you can supply your key in the REST API calls in 2 ways. Preferred way is this, and the convenient way is this. So this is the documentation, yeah? This is the documentation, the CoinMarket API documentation. You can get it from right here. So if you click on the API documentation, you will be able to find your CoinMarket APIs, yeah? So let's go back to our application. So we'll copy this. This is what we're going to use as our key. Just copy this and go back to the application. Go back to our application and just paste it here. That's the first thing you do. Just paste it there, and then let's add a shared header. The shared header here, we want to put a key called accept. Yeah. So this is just it. So you're telling it what do you want to accept. This is in JSON format. That's how your data is going to come. Let me show you what JSON is. It's just a way for storing data, a method of storing data. Let me show you what JSON is. So you can see right here, let's look for any crypto, let's look for any listing right here. If we query for latest listing, you can see the format, yeah? This is the data format. This is how our data will come. JSON format, JavaScript object notation. This is the way our data will come. And so we have to tell Bubble, hey Bubble, this is the way our data is going to come. So we'll say application /JSON. So that's what we'll say, application /JSON. This is the most important thing that we have to do right here. This is just all you need to do to get data from CoinMarket. And then now we would say add an API call. Yeah, add an API call, just expand. So now we have to call that API. So now that we've added the parameter, we have to call the API. So this API call, just call it latest listing. The reason why you name it is so that you don't forget, because you might be making several API calls from a particular API, so you don't want to forget. So you can see that our data type is JSON, which we've written here already. We are using this as a data. We're not saying an action. So there's a difference between data and action. Action is when something has to happen before this, before this fires, these fires, but we don't want anything to happen. We just want to get the data and use it. So for the get, so what are we getting? We want to get a particular thing. We want to get the latest listing. That's what we want to get. Let's go look for. So here you can see so many things that you can get from CoinMarket API. You can get market pairs, you can get price performance, but some of them are paid. But what we're looking for the latest listing. So we say listing latest latest listing. That's fine. This is what we want to get. We want to get this. This is what we want to get. And you can see the way it's going to return it. It's going to return it like this. It's going to return it like this. So we just copy this. Go back to your application and just paste it right there. That's what you want to do. Paste it right there, and then we'll add another parameter. We'll add another parameter and just limit it. If we don't limit it, we can limit it right here. If we don't limit it, it's going to bring out everything. So we can just add the word limit. Add the word limit and say maybe 100. So what this is going to do is that it's going to bring the first 100 coins. That's what you're going to do, but you don't have to limit it. If you don't want to limit it, you can go ahead and use Nation in your application, or go ahead and use conditionals to view the one you want and leave the one you don't want. So once you do this, the next thing you do is just initialize the core. If you're successful, you can see it's very successful. You can see all the data we are getting from CoinMarket. We're getting the ID, we're getting the name, we're getting the symbol, we're getting the slug. We're getting all this data from CoinMarket, and then we can show raw data. If you show the raw data, you can see this is actually JSON format. Yeah, you can see these are all the data we're getting from CoinMarket. This data is not coming from our database. It's actually coming from CoinMarket, and it's making a lot of sense. So we just go ahead and say save. We've saved it, and now we can go back to our database to pull those data out. So first thing first, let's add the test. Let's add the test to it. Let's just go ahead and add some test. Let's add the test to it and just let's add the test here. Not this way, not right there. Just delete. I'll delete this one. It's so tiny, so don't worry, I'll delete it from here. Test, let's add a test to add test here. So I'll just call this test latest listing. Latest listings, and I'll go ahead and say remove body. I'll just go ahead and just format it in a way. So not going to be putting so much attention to formatting it. So scroll down. Just go ahead and say, format it, put it there, center vertically, and that's all I want to do. And here I'm going to add an input. That's what we're going to use for the search. This is going to be our input. This is what we're going to be searching with. It's fine. We're going to be just say search coin. Search coin. That's fine. This is what we're going to be searching with. And then this is where we'll add our this is where we're going to add the details of our coin. Yeah. So here it's going to say type of content. We would say get from API, from listing data. So you're going to see it here, get from listing data. This is what we're going to do. Then we would say data source, get data from external API. Yeah. And it's going to ask what's the API provider. We will choose you can choose. For me, I have two, so I'm going to choose the second one I just created right there, like so. Then click on this and say data. And once you click on data, it should turn green. Yeah. Okay, let's do this again. Yeah. Let's do this again. Get data from external API. Our API provider, choose our API provider, and here say data. This is not working. Why? Type of content, let's go back here. Type of content is the CoinMarket listing data, which is the first one. This is the second one we just created. Yeah. So we'll create again. Get data from external API. So we're getting it from the second one. And here we're saying data. Wow, this is not working. Let's go back again. Let's go to our API. Let's go back to our data plugin. Let's go back to our plugin. So the name of our API, we're missing the name up. The name is CoinMarket Cap 2. That's the API name. This is where we're getting our data from. And we're getting this. The name is latest listing. That's where we're getting it from. So let's go ahead and reinitialize again. Reinitialize. So it's working. Let's go back to our repeating group design. Let's go back to our repeating group right here. So we're getting data from CoinMarketCap listing. That's where we're getting data from. Then we're getting data from CoinMarketCap API. That's where we're getting it from. And here we're doing it from the CoinMarketCap API 2. And then we're scrolling down to saying we want the data. That's what we want. But now it's still showing a red, which is not good. Let's do it again. Showing a red, which is not good. Get data from external API. CoinMarketCap. Let's go for the data. Okay. So it's working now. So you have to make yours turn blue. Then we want to filter. So when we do that, we want to filter. We want to filter with the search term. So we want to filter with the input search term. Add a new constraint. We're going to say filter the name equal to. So equal to or contains. So we can use contains since people are going to be searching. Contains search coin. So this input that we have on the screen, search coin value. So we're going to say ignore constraint so that it doesn't give an error when it's 0. So we're going to say the number of rows is 14. Vertical scrolling is yes. So when it gets to let's just leave it like so. The number of rows, it's okay. So that's what we have to do. Then we just go ahead and start adding all the tests. So we'll add the first test, will be like so. This will be CoinMarketCap listing data. This will not come from the CoinMarketCap. This will just be a cell index for us to know the number. That's all. Then the next, we can just duplicate this. So the next will be the symbol, CoinMarketCap data symbol. That will be the next. Right here we'll have the name. We'll have the name right there. So we'd say name. Then after the name we would have let's see what we'll have. We'll have not the circulating supply, we'll have the price. So we'll have the price in USD. Then we'd say formatted as a currency. That's what format is as. We format it as a currency. 3 decimal places. That's how we do it. 3 decimal places, and that's what we have to do. Nothing else. Then the next one we just duplicate. So just duplicate it, and I will reduce it very well. It's just a tiny number. If you're using the responsive layout, it's going to be way easier when you're adding stuff like this. So now we have we want to add the value. This is the value that changes every time you. This is the value that changes probably every 1 hour. So it's a percentile. So we want to say formatted as a number. So we could format it as a percent if we want to. Format as a percent. Decimal place would say 3. That's fine. That's all we have to do. No separator, no negative parentheses, and that's all. Then we'll come here and give it a color. So we'll just give it a color. So the text color here will be green. So just make it green like so. We'll make it green. Then we will add a conditional. We'll add a conditional. Let's see what we've done so far. Click on the preview button to see this. So you can see we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's scrolling, right? So it's scrolling to, it's going to be a lot, to 100. And let's see if our search bar is working. Let's type Bitcoin. Something is wrong with the search bar. So we type a coin, this right here, but something is wrong with the search bar. So this is how it is now, but let's go change it to, let's go work on the color. So we'll go back to our app, we'll add a conditional. We would say when the current get listing data. So remember, we're talking about the price right here. Price is less than 0. So we want the color. So we want to change the font color to red. No, red like danger. So we want to change it to red. As I want to turn it to. So let's go refresh our application and see what happens. So you can see some of it are red, very, very red. For example, Polkadot is minus 39%, 139%. My goodness, Jesus Christ. You have Tron. Tron has increased by 276%. And you have Shiba Inu. Shiba Inu is minus 93% today. Matic is minus 225%. I'm pretty sure lots of persons will be holding their levers right now. So let's go ahead and just add a little bit of format into it. For example, we take away the background color. We take away the background color and set it to none. Then right here we will take away we'll add some shadow. Let's see how we do that. Remove style. Just remove style. Let's go add some shadow. Shadow outset. Add some shadow to it. Right here we say like 20%. That's what we want. That's what we want. So let's go ahead and refresh. See what we have. So this is what we have right now, and I think it's super good. It's super great. And this is how you create. This is how you create a crypto. This is how you use API to get stuff. This is how you use APIs to get stuff into your Bubble application, and then you can display it. I'm pretty sure as we go ahead, I'll show you how to send data from your Google app, from your Bubble application to another app. But because you're using the get, that's what we're using. We're getting data. But with Bubble, you can also post data. So this is my first Bubble tutorial. I'll see you in another tutorial where I'll be explaining something else. Don't forget to subscribe and leave your comment. I'll be glad to reply you. Thank you.